Hello. The game has started and my opponent has opened with Kiora. I have Puniest as a four-timer. I don't think... Oh, unswept. Wow. Unswept. 77. Yeah, that looks alright. I draw duplicate L and the Y, Molly and Moily. Outraise, okay. Empt. Empt isn't good, no. What about Molly here? 39. Inundate. Through a U. Empt is what I was thinking of. E-M-P-T. Anyway, that's ancient history. What about an anti-word? Antinode is good. That plays through the O of Molly. Looking at the I as well. Vicuna. Okay, so antinode. I think I'll go ahead and pull the trigger on that one. I draw the X, but a whole bunch of vowels. That wasn't part of the plan. I do have axed, which will sort out some of the vowel heaviness and duplication of tiles. Opaque, a massive score. I have XED. This is 43. What is XED? 52, but it gives back easy score and not a good rack leave. What about... Pity I can't get decent play there. EX 55, don't like the rack leave. Wow. Just a shame about... That's 43. Extra 12 points for EX. I'm going for the score. Okay, don't draw an O, unfortunately. Opacest opponent gets a massive 54. I have Arad here. Low only takes an R out of the tiles I've got. Ilex is good, so what about... that's a shame, because Sep is no good, otherwise Leard would have been a great play for 44. What about an L? That's a shame. So what about an AL play? Elder. Yeah, that's fine. I'll draw the Z. Opponent likely to take this spot here at H1 down. Yeah, thought he'd do that. So I've got Zine, which doesn't give back much to opponent. That's a 46-point play. Now, what about a play of Z? I don't think there's a bingo here. I've got the zone component of a word. And I've got Zo. That's 52. Opponent can pluralize it with the S and score decently, but this is a good rack leave and a decent score. I'm going with... Ooh, wait a moment. I just realized I have the O front hook for EXO. No great options there. I think I'll go with Zo. 52. Now, this rack looks pretty good. Langered, wrangled, enlarged. I could do enlarged won't work, so maybe a play of there's got to be something here. Dangler. Opponent scores well with bong. So I've got angled plus I don't think a reword. I don't have a letter for going next to the G, so X on no good to me at the moment. But I need to play something here. Maybe Piag for 23. Just feel like I'm missing a bingo here. Glade. Lendage, red. Maybe if I do ALD, just to ALD, sorry, 20. Yeah. Okay, is there anything here? Opponent scores well and takes the lead, or is about level. Now this G doesn't look fantastic with the U. Gary, Eugenie, Gornia. So what do I do with GU? So maybe Piag 23. Okay, what do I do with this rack? So I've got Unvira, no. Got to get rid of VU, so Gov I think would be good. Unless there's a bingo. No, I don't see one. I'll go with Gov. So what have I got here? Ironizer. That would stop one square short. What about the G? Georia, Divi, ironies and webs. I've drawn Phoebe and Beef. Could just play Fee there, Fab. Abeam is good. Doesn't work. Opponent's trying to bingo here. How to block it? If I play Fib, or actually if I play Ref, that would make it really hard for opponent to bingo. And then Abeam, and where does Abeam play? I suppose I could play Bell. opponent's played Hads, so he's not far behind. Divi doesn't take an E. Ab, I could play Ab. I think Bam is probably... Oh, Abim and of course. 27 and out. So that's the end of the game. 514 to 434. Let's see what we missed. Go back to the beginning. Opponent opened with Kyora. He also had Kuri, which would have been nice, i.e. with 28. Now I had Unswept for 77. Puniest also good as the 4-timer, but Unswept best. Then Outer Sight through the T. Opponent had Outraise for 60. And Molly for 39 was best from this rack. Then opponents got Vicuna and a few others in the mid-20s. Antinode was Antinode and Anointed. Yes, Anointed would have also played, but for less. I went with Antinode. And then Opaque for 78. But look at Opaque's 90 points at 2H. OP. Oh, as a bingo, of course. So to Opaque's, that's massive. 90 points. And then he goes with Opaque, which was also a big score. Now X for 55 was best from this rack. And then Opaquest for 54, opponent gets basically 133 points in 2 moves, and neither of them bingos. Wow. So now opponent's up there and we're almost dead level. Alda for 30 was best. So was Aldea. Aldea would have been a nicer rack leaf, yeah. Aldea. And then Grew for 36 comes down by opponent. Now I've got the Zoe rack. I took a while with this one because I thought there might be a Monster Z play somewhere, but just couldn't see it, and Zoe was best for 52. Then opponent's got Bong for 32, but Boggs for 41 at 15A. He could have taken that spot with his S, chose not to. And that's when I thought, Angeled, Largened. I thought I had mentioned that when I was going through. Did I mention enlarged or largened? I think I did say largened as well. Wonder why I didn't play it. Anyway, Angeled for 78. Played where? B8. Alongside the T. So that was a miss that turn. Eld, and now opponent has Fiat for 32. Quinn. I could have played Quinn here for 34 with a good rack leave. That was a miss. That was a miss. Definitely. I went with Piag for 23, and then Joey for 30, or Yods for 44, bottom left. That's huge. That would have given opponent a lead. But he went with Joey, and then I've got this rack, no bingo, no great scores. So Gov was up there with one of the better plays, getting rid of the U. And now opponent's got Divi for 16. And scores are pretty close still at this stage, but Rosanier and Ironies. Rosanier from the R, and I went with Ironies because it took out a useful lane, because there was an S to come, and that's a pretty useful lane to utilize for bingos. Now opponent's got this rack here, and pretty close to a bingo, but just not quite close enough. I think he played an R hoping to pick up an E for Chariot, but he had these plays wouldn't have been enough. Hadst 47 would have put him on 435, so 20 points behind, 19. Wow. Hadst, I don't know if it wouldn't have, I don't think it would have been enough. Opponent had to kind of go for the bingo, and now Amoeba for 36, but I'm not going to play anything which makes it easy for opponents. So I thought, if anything, I need to block bingos coming down in column N, which is why I played ref. Opponent could have still bingoed, but it would have to been a perfect placement. And I don't think he had it, but he had Hadst again for 47, not enough. And he went with Hads, and then a beam but Amoeba. Amoeba at K2. Oh, Amoeba. Very nice. Parallel play next to Ironies for a huge 37. But the game was won, and just went out with a beam, I guess. So that was the end of the game. 1 or 2 misses, but a pretty good game in the end. Hope you enjoyed watching that one, and I will see you next time.